Hello, my name is Frank Walthall. I'm the president of Walthall Oil Company based out of Macon, Georgia. We're family, third generation actually, family business, started in 1952. We have operations in Macon, Atlanta, Thomaston, Camilla, in Jacksonville, and Fernandina Beach, Florida. We employ about a little over 150 people. And I'm here to talk to you today about Angela Hicks. Angela is a lifelong friend of mine. I've known her for over 40 years. I know she's running for Congress. Everybody wonders why anybody would want to run for Congress, but you know, as a business person, I'm tickled to death that another business person is running for Congress. This country is literally the largest business in the world, and it's been run by politicians. And politicians love to get reelected, and they love to tell you what they're going to do, and then they don't usually do what they say they're going to do. I can promise you that Angela Hicks will do what she says she will do. And I know everybody's heard that, and it sounds like just one more storyline, one more hype, but I've seen her all my life. I've watched her grow. Her husband, Ricky, was in my wedding. I was in her and Ricky's wedding. I've seen her highs and lows. I've seen her face extreme diversity when she just had 6-week-old twins, and the flood of '94 hit a lot of places in Georgia, and many families was devastated. One of them was hers. You know, I watched her pick up the pieces of her life, muddy, dirty. She moved in with our family and lived with us for a while until they could find another place, and I watched her pick up the scraps of her life and put it back together. And I'm not saying this to put sympathy on anything, but it's to show the character of somebody. She has drive, she has determination. You know, even in the face of terrible things, she develops a plan, she executes a plan, she carries out a plan. And even during all that going on in her life, if you ask her to do something for you, she'd still do it. She does always do what she says she will do. She will not tell you she will do something and not do it. That's her character. I can promise you that, and if any of you would like to hear that directly from me, please, my name's in the phone book. Angela has my cell phone. I really appreciate not 1,000 sales calls, but I'd love to talk to you about Angela Hicks and her qualifications to represent the citizens of this state in Washington. And we sure do need a change, because enough truly is enough.
Hey, I'm Jesse McClung. I'm a medical sales representative here in Macon, Georgia. I'm here today to talk to you about Angela Hicks, how I came to know her, and some things that you might not know about her, but you might appreciate later. Some of the things right off the bat, you should know. It's a funny story, but we met right here at this facility where I'm at now. I'm at the Coliseum Medical Centers in Macon, Georgia. She worked for a competitive company, and from my company, yet we had cordial relationship from the start. We started meeting, seeing each other all the time in different hospitals. She was a friendly person. And one thing I found out from being around Angela was when I went behind her, what hospitals were saying about her. And I think this is what is probably the most important thing. Things like, she's sharp as a tack. She helps us save money. She brings quality to the OR. She trains our staff. She did all that, and this was in an era. I met Angela right here around 1984, and this was an era where salespeople were just being hired. They were just bringing women in as salespeople in the OR. It was always a man's profession, and a lot of us would think that we just mop up with them, but no, people like Angela mopped us up. So over the years, we built a strong relationship. Later on, I left the company I was working for. She left the company she was working for. We became independent reps, and we actually co-partnered a product that was a solution to wound care problems in the abdominal wall repair. And one thing I found out about Angela, and this is something you can appreciate, when she doesn't know the answer to something, she will research it, she'll get that answer, or she doesn't, she's got the humility enough to go ask a surgeon why is the product he's using now not working? Well, we need somebody like that in Washington. We need somebody that's not scared to find out why we're doing things and it's not working. So what I found out from working with Angela, she's very creative. We created documents that we took around. We had a lot of physician support for our product right off the bat. Unexpectedly, we were selling a product right out of the gate that nobody else was selling like us. And then the only thing that slowed us down was the FDA came up and wanted to make some modifications to that product. In the meantime, Angela decided to sell out her medical business. She got into this container business. I think it's called Stuff It. And one of the things that I see that she likes about that business and that she helps people with, Angela in 1994 had a house out near the river that experienced a lot of flood damage. And there wasn't a company like Stuff It or Pods or any of these companies that people could get take all their stuff out quickly out of the house and keep it from being damaged. Well, now people that are renovating, doing stuff like that, that's what Angela does. She's on the ball with the container, and I'm sure if you went around behind her and followed up with some of the customers, they'd say the same thing. She's sharp as a tack. She's enthusiastic about what she does. She has a passion for making people feel better about themselves. And I just think we need to start something new like that in Washington. I'm tired of the same old, and I think you're gonna see, I think I'm finally looking at somebody that when she gets to Washington, she'll still be the same person. She's not just saying it to get up there and then be there for a career. She wants to make the 8th district better, make our state better, and make this country better. So I just thank you. I hope you liked what I said, and talk to you later.
My name is Susan Scruggs. I met Angela Hicks in 1997 when our children were in preschool together at Ingleside United Methodist Church. Her twins, Harbor and Bailey, and my youngest, Mabin, are all still in school together 19 years later, but now they're in Athens at the University of Georgia. Angela fosters babies through Covenant Care, and she loves these children like her own and provided a warm, caring environment for them. And when Angela went to volleyball games, the babies came with her. When Angela was at church, the babies came with her. And we all enjoyed loving on these babies. Whether driving a van full of players to a volleyball tournament, working at the school book fair, decorating for the holidays, or hosting a class event at her house, like a prom breakfast or a Halloween dinner, Angela can count. When she makes a commitment, we can count on her. Angela has amazing leadership qualities. When we've worked on different committees together over the years, she has come up with a plan of action and done a good job delegating responsibility and made sure the tasks were complete. We believe Angela will take those leadership qualities with her, as well as her commitment to Washington.
My name is Randy Scruggs. I am been in Macon, Georgia for about 3.5 years, and I've had the pleasure of meeting Angela, Ricky, and their family. And I tell you, Angela and I have had many conversations about the politics and what's going on in this country, and it's refreshing to see actually somebody that has a business and knows how to run a business and pay payroll and taxes, but also has to deal with regulations that the government is throwing at us. It's actually stifling our economy. And they say that the economy is growing leaps and bounds, but that is a joke if there ever was one. So I'm thrilled to see Angela run, and hopefully she will win it, because we need somebody in Washington that knows how to run a business and understands the regulations. And if she says she's going to do something, I take her word for what she's going to do, and I hope everybody else will too. But I mean, the politicians, I want them to actually read a law, understand it, know what it means, and not just say pass it so you can see what's in it. I want somebody that's gonna, take on the establishment. Is not gonna sit there and be a yes person to whatever they're telling them. That they're actually gonna do what they say they're gonna do. We've sent politicians before that said they're gonna do that, and I'm just totally disappointed in what they've done. They don't do what they say they're going to do, and vote on the proper things, free trade, make it fair trade, whatever, help this country grow, fair tax. All the business regulations that are out there are just stifling this economy, and the deficit. I mean, our grandchildren are going to be paying that forever. So why not have somebody that understands based on business, paying payrolls and having to pay taxes, that, our grandkids aren't going to be able to bear that burden. None of us will if they don't bring down the deficit. And I know Angela will do a fantastic job being there to read a bill and understand it and fight for the little guy, or the mom and pop business owners out there. I mean, that's what we need, somebody that's there that understands it versus a career politician that just talks the talk and doesn't walk the walk. So,
my name is Calder Clay, and I am in the medical device business, and I've known Angela for over 40 years. I've known Angela since high school, went through college with Angela, and then we worked together for the Johnson & Johnson company. So I've seen her develop her personality, I've seen her develop her beliefs, and I've seen how committed she is once she sets her mind to any task she undertakes. Angela has always been a smart, all-star high school student. She was homecoming queen and very popular, and took on a lot of leadership roles in her high school class. She did the same in college. She was the president of her sorority. Everything that Angela has ever taken on, she's excelled at. She gives a total commitment to, and she sees it through. In business, Angela and I worked together at Johnson & Johnson. She quickly rose through the sales representative ranks into management, did a wonderful job, got her MBA at Mercer, and continues to be an excellent businesswoman, successful businesswoman, and one who's committed to her client base. If I had to say one thing about Angela that comes to mind as far as her greatest strength, it's her commitment to the future. She's always been concerned about the future. She's planned for the future as long as I've known her. She's committed to the future for her children and ours, and she wants to go to Washington because she is concerned about this country's future. And there's no one better than Angela Hicks to look after our future in Washington, D.C.
Angela Hicks is a person who keeps her word. I have witnessed that firsthand over the past 19 years. Her yes is a yes, and her no is a no.
Angela Hicks says she's going to do it. I trust that she's going to do what she says she's going to do.
Through Angela's commitment to her family, to this district, to her friends, and to this country, if Angela Hicks says she's going to get something done, you can bet on it and take it to the bank.
She has the facts, she has the knowledge, she has an unbelievable grasp of what's going on in the nation, what's wrong in the nation, what the people of her district want to have done, and she wants to get it done. And she's not politically correct, but she's unbelievably professional. She's one of the smartest people I've known, and I've known her for over 40 years, and she will get it done. She will get your voice heard. I can assure you, and I thank you for taking the time to watch this video.